and I got to say this, man, because I think that the thing is one thing about people. They'll love you one day, they'll hate you the next day. They might love you again, and then they hate you again, whatever the case is, right? I don't think that there's anyone that can deny your love for the people, right? I think that um, as Malcolm would say, time will tell, right?
Mm,
There's been decades of work, and it's evident, and you know, we don't all have to agree with each other. You know what I'm saying? We don't even
right.
have to all understand each other. The one thing
Hmm.
that I talk about all the time is we don't necessarily have to be on the same page, but we damn sure got to be in the same book.
Ooh, I
Um,
like that,
so
brother.
I want, yeah, I want to ask, I, going back to our homeboy Donnie Simpson back in the day when he would end his joint, and we got about a good 13 minutes left, so I don't want to override my time with you, but yeah, one of the things Donnie used to talk about when he was closing out, he would say, "Shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you'll still be amongst the stars."
Mm,
We know that you're running for president. I'm not going to dare say it's impossible because of the fact that I come from a place that would be deemed impossible for me to be sitting here right now talking to you.
mm.
That's where I'm from. I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut, and I always say that because of the fact that for some people, like he always shouting out this whatever because I come from pissy project hallways. I come from a place where some of my friends OD'd before they made it to adolescence. I come from a place that where blood splatters on the wall. It was commonplace. Dope, crack, AIDS, all that type of stuff. That's where I come from. So I have a certain degree, a certain attitude, and a certain level that I roll with, not because I want to be cocky, not because I think I'm tough, because I don't forget my roots.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? When Pac talk about the rose that grew from concrete, I
That
understand that. I want to ask you, in running for office, what's the what's plan B? Because you know, in my mind, I'm seeing, and I could be wrong, but I'm coming from an organizer's perspective. I
mhm.
see a great opportunity for organization. So I
Absolutely.
wanted to, I don't know if you're ready to answer that question, but I'm going to throw that question out there because I think that it's important because, some folks get confused and they say, well, man, you up against this and you up against that. You ain't going to win, so on and so forth. It's a waste of time. I hate to talk about plan B because of the fact that I come from a place where, you know, we winning. And,
Yeah.
and it's like, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. I said, man, I don't gamble because back in the day, either I was going to win or I was going to win. So you should hope that I win. You understand
Mm,
what I'm saying?
ah,
If you want to do this, I'm going to win because I can't afford to lose.
I
You know,
hear you.
so I'm asking you, what
Uh,
in the event
Yeah,
that you're not President Cornel West, where do we go from here? Because I don't believe you never struck me as a man that came to waste all people's time.
Dad, no, I hear you. I hear you. Brother, I appreciate those deep and generous words as well as your personal testimony because I think we've always had to deal with the sense of being a people with Pharaoh on both sides of the bloody Red Seas on the one, and yet Curtis Mayfield reminding us that we're a winner on the other. Now, how
That's
you
right.
winner with Pharaoh on both sides of the bloody Red Sea? Well, Shirley Caesar used to say we step out on nothing and land on something. That we have a way out of no way. That when the bars of the jail cell or the bars on the musical page become prison like, somehow we got to flatten the notes, redesign the sound so that we can have a sense of freedom behind those bars. Well, that's who we are at our best, brother. That's part of the greatness of Black people. And so for me, the question is always being open to the degree to which any historical moment is incomplete, unfinished, in process, fluid, and fluctuating. So that by November, we have a whole new historical moment a new historical conjuncture, to use the language of Antonio Gramsci, and new organizational possibilities. Because organizational capacity, as you know, Brother Stokely and Brother Kwame, both names, he always said, organize, organize, organize. Margaret Garvey used to say over and over again, our major challenge is we too disorganize. So what are the organizational capacities, given the fact that we're in a moment where things are shifting, man? They changing so quick every day. With war. You remember what Du Bois said in June 1945 when he left San Francisco? He said, in The Winds of Time, he wrote it for Chicago Defender. He said, I see a world in which there's World War III when America tries to suppress China, has a stranglehold on Russia. That's 1945. That's Du Bois. Now, I'm not,
Sure.
he's right all the time. But when you loving the people enough to tell them the truth, to try to keep track of what they got to come to terms with over time, sometimes you're going to hit the bullseye, man.
79 years ago, we said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For me, the question is, okay, as you're absolutely right, as I go through this process, I've got to be mindful and attuned to each new development because things are changing so quick nationally, internationally, locally, regionally, and so forth. And as soon as the election is over, you jump right into the solidarity activity. You jump right into the new waves of the movement. And you stay until the worms get your body and you go with a smile and say, I was glad to be alive this long and still swing based on the love for the people and based on the service to the people.
It's heavy right there, Cornel. You know what I'm saying? Because that right there, that means that, you are giving your life, you're giving your whole, you're giving your spirit, you're giving your soul. And I don't think people understand that particular aspect. I think when you're talking about this is because it goes beyond what an individual thinks or feel.
That's right.
You're going by spirit. And spirit has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with being personal. Spirit is a situation. It is a part of your divine self. It is a part of who you are, and no one can understand or quite even imagine what that means to come from your spirit, because your spirit is unique to you. And as long as, again, your spirit is in alignment with the universe, it's in alignment with the universe and with humanity and with care and concern, then that trumps whatever an individual has to think, not even say.
That's
but
true.
Even if you thought it don't even matter, because the thing is, at the end of the day, regardless of what you think about me, what have you done to add to our liberation? And if the question is nothing, the answer is nothing, or if the answer is just I critique what everyone else is doing, then it really don't mean a damn thing at the end of the day. I want to ask you a couple more questions, brother, and I'm gonna let you go because I know you got business to take care of.
Oh, brother, you taking us to some deep, deep, deep waters here, though, man. It's a deep sea diving and a beautiful. I know you do this every show, though, brother, but it's a beautiful, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, it is. I try to, with the guest, I try to connect with the guest. You know what I'm saying? And I'm clear because, again, I'm an organizer. So the thing is, we don't have to agree on everything. I've never met a man, woman, or child on this planet, including my mother, my children, my grandchildren, whoever, that I absolutely totally agree with 100% because of the fact that I'm a free thinker.
That's right.
You understand? So I don't get caught up in well, I can't mess with you because you believe this. Or I can't mess with you because at the end of the day, are we in the same book? You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not expecting Cornel to be a gorilla. I'm not expecting you to crawl through the fields. I'm not expecting you to pick up the AK unless it's necessary. Now, if there comes a time and you know that you got to hold it down, then look, tie your hair back. Let's get busy.
That's true, though, brother. Based on the love.
Right on.
Crush my people. You're trying to crush my loved one. You're trying to crush people whose dignity and sanctity deserves affirmation rather than crushing. You're absolutely right, my brother.
And it changed the whole being. You know what I'm saying? Because, because if you're tested, in the right space in the right time, then all this other go out the window.
That's
You know? Like, hold on, brother Cornel. I ain't know you cuss like that. I ain't know you swing like that.
oh, you that's real, my brother. Good job.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm still a black man.
And there is a Titan in this place who's one of the great figures of his generation in terms of being a truth teller and a freedom fighter and a joy spreader. I'm talking about my dear brother, Kalonji Changa. Just raise your hand. Raise your hand. Right here. I'm working with a towering sister named Joy Jane. If you don't know Joy Jane, check her out. Because she has been a truth teller for a long time. And you see, that's what this campaign is fundamentally about. It's not about a campaign or an individual candidate. You've got to find out which tradition you in, which people, the community, family, and heritage produced you, and be true to the best of that tradition. And it does begin, as the brother playing that trumpet talked about, with greatness, not narrow success. Of course we want to be successful, but success defined in